Hi guys, I am Michele. We already spoke about subfoil and here you find the video, but now it's time to start the real review. In this case, we have an 85 cm Ultra High Modulus mast, but here the superstar is by far the new front, which is the Balls Pro Blackbird 905. It is a setup with the soul of freestyle and wave riding, and we tested it mainly in the waves. I was a little bit skeptical because I was somehow worried about the big pop that this type of front has, but I have been really surprised by the fact that in the waves this setup works very well. In the next minutes we will discuss about the Balls Pro, we will discuss about the Blackbird construction, and we will discuss about the behavior in the water, the pro and the cons. But very quickly I want to just to give you some spoiler and to let you understand what we liked and did not like about this hydrofoil. First of all, me and Cash are very normal people. We have a full-time job, we have a family with some kids, and our time to stay in the water is extremely limited. We go in the water just in the weekend a few hours. And I think that several of you are in our situation. So we are not pro riders, we don't stay in the water all day long. We go in the water when we have time. And this is, for me, important to let you understand which is, let's say, our point of view of this product. Said this, what we like mainly about this setup, first of all, is extremely polyvalent. You can do freestyle and you can do wave riding, and both of these activities are made with a really high level. Other aspect is a modular system. With the stock configuration, you have a setup that I would say it is for advanced, intermediate or advanced rider, but you have the possibility to change only the tail using the new aluminum tail from Subfoil. In this case, the fuselage length increase, you can mount each stub from Sub you have already in your pocket, and by this you will change massively the behavior in the water. I mean, the behavior will stay good, but the level to really express the full potential of this product will decrease massively. Third topic that really we appreciated is the price point. I was somehow skeptical about the road that Subfoil took some years ago with not really a lot of development, but I've been really surprised by the fact that the new Blackbird construction, in my opinion, is a huge step forward for Subfoil, and also the price is extremely low. This setup that I'm tested with Ultra High Modulus mast has a list price in euro of about 1,800 euro, which is anyhow very good, but using also our coupon you have a 10% of discount, so it means that full carbon construction monoblock with Ultra High Modulus mast comes in total with free shipment at less than 1,700 euros, which is a very good price. Just consider that some other brands sell with this price the mast in aluminum and not Ultra High Modulus carbon. What we did not like about this setup, I wouldn't say that we did not like it, but we simply must admit that it is, like it comes out from Sub, a setup not for beginner, and it is a fact. You need to have some experience to really express the full potential of it. You don't need to be an advanced rider, but at least an intermediate rider, I think, yes. It's a fact that you can exchange the tail, so make the riding style much more easier, but it is an hydrofoil with a lot of potential, with very high performance that needs to be controlled, let's say, in the correct way. We are family guy, we have a full-time job, we go in the water very rarely, and if we really appreciated this hydrofoil, it means that most of you could do the same. So let's start from the Blackbird construction. With Blackbird we mean the new product line that Sabbofoil released. It's made by several products. One is the mast, ultra high modulus with wood construction. It's available in several sizes, 75, 85 like this, 95 and 105. And I have to admit that this mast is very, very rigid, and overall the full setup is very light compared to what we were used to in Sab. Moreover, with the Blackbird brand, they, let's say, are speaking about a new construction. In this case, we have the front wing, which is integrated with the fuselage, so a sort of monoblock. And the same happens for the stub with part of the fuselage. Until now, nothing really new. A lot of brands were doing it already. But what Saab made smartly, very smartly I have to say, is the fact that, as you probably can see here, the front wing is integrated with the fuselage, but also the profile continue. So it means that now the fuselage is not anymore the part to connect the front, the mast and the stub, but it's really an active part. And as probably you will see, here also the profile is really, let's say, synced and designed in a defined way. And the fuselage, until, let's say, more of the half of the length, really have some part of the front integrated. In the water, what does it mean? It means that you have a better lift, but at the same time, the behavior is very, very streamlined, because here the water passes seamlessly from the front to the fuselage and also arrive towards the stub, because also in the stub you have, let's say, the same concept. The connection between the front and the fuselage is very, very easy and straightforward, because as you can see here, we have some, let's say, sort of holes. The same but opposite are present on the back part. You put it together, and then here you simply use 2 M6 screws and you tighten the screws, and then the part is mounted. So you mounted the glider, you need to mount also the mast. So you take the mast. Here we have some 2, let's say, holes. Put the mast below the glider and you are done. 2 M8 screws and the setup is mounted. So it means 4 screws to mount the complete setup. Speaking about the product, it's called, in this case, Balz Pro. Is a series, a freestyle wave, a series of front and stub, because Saab created several stubs for each front, and the Balz Pro is available in 3 sizes: 805, 905 like this one, and 965. What differ typically is the area. So it means that this is about 1000 square centimeter, the 805 is about 800, and the 965 is about 1200. The AR in this case is 8.3. So it is, let's say, a medium or medium high, but I will say more medium aspect ratio. Let's speak about the test condition, because we use it mainly with wing foil in different conditions. Flat water just to test the pop ability, and waves, several conditions, also in this case from 15 to 30 knots of wind, waves from 1 meter to 2 meters, and in the last session in Chioggia, in the north of Adriatic, the waves had a lot of power. We are not freestylers, so we don't do any kind of evolution, and we are probably also too old now to learn how to freestyle, but anyhow we tested some jumps, and I have to admit that when you trigger the jump, the hydrofoil responds very, very well and very quickly. The pop is there when you want is there. I was, as I said before, scared about this pop, this, let's say, overlift that I was expecting wrongly from this hydrofoil, but I was completely wrong, because in the waves what typically you want is to go down the line to go with the waves, but you don't want a lot of overlift. You want to stay, let's say, close to the face of the wave and to get speed and also to make some turn. And I have to say that in this case the Buzz Pro works like a charm, because it is probably the front wing where we reached the maximum speed going down the line in the waves. And the behavior also in the waves is easy to control, because the hydrofoil does not tend to put you out from the water. Regarding the low end, in this case is very good in my opinion. The new Blackbird, let's say, front shape and fuselage really helps to have a very good low end, and also the speed, in my opinion, is very good. The thickness of the front is not, let's say, too limited, or at least here in this part we have some thickness, as you can see, but the thickness decreased massively towards the tip, and also here in the tip we have a sort of winglet. But probably due to also the fact that the Blackbird construction is very streamlined, you really can reach very good speed. It is not a race hydrofoil, but if you want to use it in freestyle or in the waves, this, in my opinion, is a fast hydrofoil. And also the glide is very good considering this size. It is not an hydrofoil with a big AR. The AR is about 8.3 in this case of the 905, but the glide is for sure present, and it's also easy to pump it when you want to connect the waves, or if you are on the waves which is a little bit sloppy and you want to regain some speed. So the pumping ability is very good. Regarding the pumping, I have to admit that we did not test it with foil drive or with dock start, because in my opinion it is not in the soul of this hydrofoil. Pro and cons: pro, high performance hydrofoil, very good glide, very good speed, very good performance in the water, also in the waves. On the other side, for sure, it is not an hydrofoil for the beginner. It is an hydrofoil that wants to, let's say, be controlled in an active way. It is not an hydrofoil where you jump on and you stay with the wing and you pretend that the hydrofoil do all the job for you. No, you need to be, let's say, a little bit careful about the movement and the input that you give to this hydrofoil. But if you take a little bit of confidence, and probably with 1 hour of riding you will have all the confidence that you need, it is an hydrofoil which is extremely responsive. You want to jump, it will jump. You want to stay flat in the water going down the line, it will do the job very well. So it's an hydrofoil that I would say is a little bit technical, but not difficult to manage at all. For sure, also the construction together with the Ultra Modulus mast, which is very rigid, help you a lot. Also to receive the feedback from the hydrofoil. You have the feedback that you need to control this hydrofoil in the best way. If you are a sort of advanced beginner, probably, as I said, the stock setup with the stock stub could be a little bit challenging at the beginning. If you are an intermediate or advanced, not at all, you will enjoy a lot. But if you are an advanced beginner, probably it could be a little bit shorter. So my suggestion is to also evaluate to use the aluminum tail, which is a little bit longer, and the extra, let's say, length of the fuselage, possibly also with a stub a little bit bigger than this one, will help you a lot. Because the hydrofoil will stay performant, but at the same time will be much easier to manage. A small comment to subfoil, due to the experience, to the fact that very often we are in a hurry when we want to go in the water. Typically we mount the hydrofoil on the sand. In 2 minutes we want to mount everything, and it can happen, at least at me happen very often, that I lose some screws. So if we speak about the screws, here we have M8 standard screw, no problem, I can buy them everywhere. If we speak about the connection between the tail to the front, here we have 2 parts, and I have mounted it. As you can see, here we have an M6 screws, no problem at all, it's a standard one. And here we have, I don't know really the English name for this, but the part that is, let's say, screwed into the screw, and this part is inside here. So I would really appreciate if Subfoil could, let's say, insert in the standard package this spare part, I mean this small one, because in this way, since I know that I will lose it on the beach sooner or later, it will be easier for me just to take another one from the Subfoil bag and to mount it in the hydrofoil, so I will not lose any moment during the session. I will enjoy it a lot. Small suggestion, I have to say that here I received a pre-release product, so most probably in the official one this one will be already included in the package. I don't know at all, just a small comment for Subfoil. So coming to the conclusion, Subfoil Balth Pro 905, very good choice. Very performant hydrofoil, good for freestyle, very good also for the waves, a little bit technical, but using a longer tail you can really change the behavior and the easiness of use, but it is an hydrofoil that in the waters work very well, and with this you can really improve a lot your technique. Final comment, the price point is extremely good. With about 1,700 euro, with the discount code you find here in the description, you will buy a full carbon hydrofoil monoblock with an ultra high modulus mast. It is a price extremely good. So I have to say, well done Subfoil, please continue in this way. Guys, if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Now we go working on the other review. You will see here the Razor Pro 977 in a few weeks, and let's keep in touch. Bye from Michele.